Welcome back. Many of us use ride-hailing apps regularly, and if you have recently, chances was it was either a Uber or a Lyft car taking you from A to B. Those are the brands that dominate the Canadian ride-hailing market. But Estonian company Bolt, which offers its app called Hopp in hundreds of cities across 50 countries, has now entered the country, starting with the Greater Toronto area. It says it can offer better value to both riders and drivers. But the ride-hailing sector has its share of bumpy roads. For more on this, let's speak with a representative of the company. He's David Riggs, General Manager in Canada for Hopp. Thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
So the big question is, can anybody effectively compete with Uber in this space? Your answer obviously is yes. Why do you feel there's an opportunity here?
Absolutely. We've had a great track record of competing with Uber and other ride-sharing companies across the world. We're in over 50 countries globally, and we're the market leader in over 20 of those. When we enter the Greater Toronto area, we actually will have an industry-low service fee, meaning that 15% of fees are taken for Hopp as a commission. The rest go to drivers, which is much greater than is currently being offered. That allows us to pay our drivers better while also providing more affordable trips to riders.
So the drivers get more and the customers pay less. Is that correct?
That's correct. So by having a much lower service fee, we're able to enable drivers to earn more while also passing along some of those cost savings to the riders themselves.
And at the same time, Hopp or its parent would certainly aspire to be profitable, at least in the longer term. So you think this is a formula for long-term profitability?
We certainly like to think so. When we entered this Greater Toronto area market, we analyze a whole pile of different things to ensure that we can be competitive. And what we found is that by providing a better and more attractive value proposition to our riders and to our drivers, we'll be able to succeed in the long run in this market.
How active are you in Toronto right now?
Yeah, so we have launched within the last 24 hours, and we are currently active in Toronto, Mississauga, Markham, Vaughan, and Richmond Hill. We'll have some more exciting news about further expansion very shortly.
So you're brand new. You're about 24 hours old. So you would have a very small handful of cars on the road.
We actually had thousands of drivers who indicated interest in driving using the Hopp app. So we've actually seen some really good traction already, despite only having launched 24 hours ago.
And that's key, I'm sure, is developing some type of mass of drivers. And I would think you've got to lure them away from Uber or Lyft.
Yeah, absolutely. So the drivers are the backbone of this industry by and large. And we have a few different things that we can do to really incentivize drivers and make it worthwhile for them to drive using the Hopp app. So we touched on the service fee already, but there are other ways that we can be good partners to drivers as well. So for example, there are many costs associated with registering to drive for a ride-sharing app. We've actually eliminated some of those costs, whether it's complimentary giving the background checks to the drivers, so paying for those annually for them, paying for the municipal licenses themselves, or offsetting the cost of vehicle inspections to ensure that every vehicle on the road is roadworthy and inspected annually.
And in the graphics we've shown, we see a big green Hopp logo on the side of the car. That's just promotion, I assume. Drivers like Uber or Lyft bring their own vehicles, correct? These look like ordinary vehicles, correct?
That's correct. So drivers bring their own vehicles to the platform itself. You won't see any branded on the side vehicles, but in the back window, you'll see some Hopp stickers.
Right. The one thing that really is appealing in Uber and Lyft compared to the conventional taxi industry is the apps, where you immediately see where your car is, how far it is away from you, a good estimate on when it's going to arrive to you. All those things are featured in the Hopp app as well?
Yeah, that's correct. So we have a very competitive app that's been tested over and over. It's available in over 50 countries. So you'll find that it's very par with many of the current operators in the market. And
the parent company is based in Estonia. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Hopp is brought to you by Bolt. So we are actually the largest mobility app in Europe. So we have over 200 million customers, over 400 million drivers that use Bolt globally. So we are backed by Bolt, and that's how we are entering the Canadian market. We'll just be under the trade name of Hopp.
The largest ride-hailing app in Europe.
One of the largest mobility apps in Europe.
Mobility app. So how does that, is that a direct comparison with Uber and Lyft?
Yeah, so under the mobility platform, you'll also have different modes of transportation. So ride sharing is one of the things that we offer, and that's the business that we've launched here in North America. But there are other things under that mobility platform that Bolt operates in other parts of the world, whether it's micromobility like scooters, car rentals, things of that nature. So we're really after making sure that we can provide attractive ways to get from point A to point B, and that looks like many different things.
What is the company's plan over the next year or so? We're speaking to you about 24 hours after the official launch. What kind of work are you going to do over the next year?
Of course. So we are laser focused on our Toronto operations right now, having launched within the last 24 hours. But we've secured a number of municipal licenses to expand even further here in the GTA in the very near term. We'll also be looking very closely at other markets for potential expansion as well.
How many riders have you had in this first 24 hours? Is there recognition out there? The app's available on the Google Play Store and the Apple Store, I assume?
Yeah, of course. So the app is available under the Hopp app on the Google Play Store, on the iOS Apple Store as well. We've actually been very encouraged by the traction that we've seen with the riders so far. What we can see is that riders are very excited to try something new. They're excited to have the new opportunity to travel in a different way. And on the driver side, we've seen some very positive feedback, some great commentary around the better earning opportunities.
How do you reach both riders and drivers?
Yeah, of course. So we have multiple different channels. So of course, you'll be able to see different incentives and campaigns. So we'll be offering our riders anywhere up to 60% off their first 10 trips on the Hopp app to ensure that they have the opportunity to try it out. Of course, we'll also be doing online ads that you can see it or visit our website at gethopp.com.